Before today's lesson, I'd like to say again that students who've not yet met the requirements of the previous lessons should go back and practice right now. Whether you read or don't read the lessons will be there, not giving up on you.
Editor, you're in a poetic reverie today, huh?
Today we'll be practicing different note durations again, with the difficulty increased slightly over the previous lesson. After you master this lesson, there will be more songs you'll be able to play and get rid of.
Will also soon be gotten rid of. The classes are becoming more difficult, and it's sometimes a bit hard to follow.
Yes, it will be a bit difficult. If it were easy, would this be called Demon Training Camp? If it's too difficult, that only means you haven't laid your foundations right. You can only blame yourself. Let's look at the first practice. This song, children's song, has a classic left-hand accompaniment with do, re, mi, fa, sol, 5 notes between do and sol. You can use the fingering from the last lesson to play this, pinky playing do, index finger playing sol, and the remaining 2 fingers playing flexibly. The first 2 sections are very easy to play. Pinky plays do, index finger plays sol. You just need to remember that while the right hand plays the 2 half notes mi and sol, the left hand must play 2 notes. In the third and fourth sections, fa and mi can be played with the middle finger. In sections 11 and 12, use your ring finger to play the re note that appears. Middle finger plays mi but not fa. Use your index finger to play fa. In the remaining sections, use the pinky to play do, index finger plays sol, ring finger to play re, and middle finger to play mi and fa. Remember when you are practicing to follow the method we learned in the last lesson. First play with your left hand, and after you grasp the rhythm, start the right hand. Our second practice song, Orchids, is a bit more difficult. In the second section, 2 notes on the right-hand side have different durations, while there are 2 quarter notes on the left-hand side. Including the third section, the first 2 notes on the right-hand side have different durations, and there are also some other sections like that. How should we play these? Let's first listen to how this rhythm sounds in a slow speed. There is a trick to playing these songs with uneven note durations. The first mi is actually a dotted quarter note. You can break it up into a quarter note and an eighth note. This way, the right hand's mi and the left hand's la are 1 to 1. The remaining 2 notes on the right hand side and single note on the left hand side is what we've learned to play in the last lesson. Isn't it easy? But of course, when you play this, ignore the second mi. It is the beat that's added to the first mi. You can silently hear it in your heart. The third section is similar. Do can be seen as an 8th note plus a 16th note, so when the left hand plays a la, the right hand plays 3 notes, but the second do is not played out. Hear it in your heart. So here are the first 4 sections together. Little loudspeaker, talk about how to play the 6th section.
In the 6th section, the right-hand notes are not uniform. The la should become a quarter note and an eighth note, so when you play la, it will match with the 2 notes the left hand is playing.
Well spoken. Remember to play the second la silently. Don't play it aloud. In the latter section, there is a fa sharp, 1 octave higher note, and you need to use the right mouse button to change the key. The remaining 10th, 11th, 14th, and 15th sections also use this approach. Everyone must have noticed when I was playing the demo, I was playing the keys on the right half. Little loudspeaker, do you know why?
I didn't notice.
Oh, I overestimated your intelligence.
Maybe because there are many keys on the right side and don't want to waste it?
Little loudspeaker, you can really chatter randomly. Everyone, look closely. In this song, the following combinations appear for the left hand. la, mi, re, la, do, so, and so, re in the second to last section. All of these are within 5 notes of each other.
Oh wow, you're right.
So the next sentence is very important. As long as they are within 5 notes, we can use the pinky to locate the first note, index finger to play the 5th note. It's very useful to use this fingering method when playing the right half of the keys. If you use the left side keys to play la, mi, for example, you wouldn't use this fingering method. This fingering method is very important and is also where the essence of Demon Training Camp is. I will continue to mention this fingering method in future lessons. Now let's look at our assignment today. Small Cat and Small Mouse seems simple at first, but is not loved by students who've learned version 1.0, mainly because the right hand plays 1 and 2 octave higher notes and they are not familiar with the keys. Also, the left hand exceeds the 5-note boundary we spoke of earlier. We can continue to believe in love if we can solve these problems. The right hand plays 1 and 2 octave higher notes, so that actually is not an issue because we require students to be extremely familiar with the right hand layout in the first lesson. For ease of play, when you come across a song with high notes on the right hand, you can use EOP's intelligence settings to raise the right hand side an octave. As for the left hand notes, does everyone remember Row Your Boat from the last lesson where we used one finger on the left hand to play 2 notes? In this song, it is also mi do la, mi so mi. We play with the pinky, index pinky, pinky, middle pinky. Or you can use the do in the row above. Middle finger plays mi and pinky plays do, and thumb moves up to play la. Both methods are okay.
Editor, the song Throw the Handkerchief is tiring. Although I'm already an EOP god, but that song is waiting to take me down.
You're exaggerating. Those 2 songs may seem difficult at first, but after taking a closer look, it's actually the fingering we learned before changed a little bit. The reason why we put these 2 songs in this lesson is to remind everyone that we learn by understanding analogies. If after completing Demon Training Camp version 2.0, you only know how to play the songs in these lessons, then that is a shame. Flexible application is critical. Let's break down Throwing the Handkerchief. Sections 1 to 10 are all the same as what we talked about before. The left hand's notes are all within 5 notes of each other. In section 11, you must play on the right hand half of the left hand side. All the notes are also within 5 notes of each other. If you are unfamiliar with the keys themselves, you must practice more diligently. Okay, I won't lead today's practice. After class, go ahead and practice these 2 songs and also the assignment songs. See you next class!